Hello, this is Roger, Low Vision Product Manager here at HumanWare. In this video, I'm going to show you the audio settings that are available to you to modify how you interact with Prodigi software. As you can see, I am on the main screen of the Prodigi carousel, and I'm going to navigate to the right a couple of clicks here to go into settings. We'll tap on that. Again, I'm using a mouse. You could be using a keyboard. I will hit a down arrow here to get to audio settings, which is what we're taking a look at today. And I'll hit the enter key. So I can use the keyboard to navigate. If you have a touchscreen or a Surface tablet, you could be swiping and tapping on the screen as well. So now that we are into our audio settings, you can see that there are 3 available settings for you to interact with and set up your system. So right now you can see that I have speech turned off on my system. So let's go ahead and click on that.
Speech menu, 3 items. Off.
You can hear
Checked.
Darius is my English voice, and he's reading aloud now. So it is off. I'll use my arrow key to arrow up 1.
Documents only.
So there is a documents only setting. And what this means is that the voice that you're hearing right now will only read when I open a document and have the optical character recognition done onto it. Darius will read those documents to me. The other alternative is to have speech on all of the time. I'm going to arrow up 1 more click here.
On.
So now if I click on,
Checked.
it tells me the status of it, which is checked. So this now means that Darius is going to help me navigate the system wherever I may go. So let's tap the tab key.
Back button.
So you can see that it has illuminated that back button in the upper left with the red circle, and I can hit enter.
Audio menu, 3 items. Speech on, submenu.
So here you heard Darius orientate us to this screen. I'll tap my arrow key down 1.
Speech on, submenu. Speech rate, normal, submenu.
So he's going to narrate everything that we do right now. So let's go ahead and explore this one with Darius on, and then we will turn him off in just a moment. So let's press enter on our keyboard, although I could click with a mouse or tap the screen with a touchscreen.
Speech rate menu, 5 items. Normal, checked.
So normal is the selected speed right now. Let's say that I find Darius is reading a little bit too fast. I can check out a couple of different speech rates here. So let's go ahead and use our mouse, come up and click on very slow.
Very slow, checked.
So you hear him slowing down there. And let's go ahead and click this back button just so you can hear that very slow rate again.
Audio menu, 3 items. Speech rate, very slow, submenu.
Okay. So again, he's orientating us to us. You got a sense of very slow there. So you can
Speech rate
adjust.
menu, 5 items. Very slow, checked.
Let's go back to slow.
Slow, checked.
I'm going to leave it on slow for now, but there is
Fast,
a
very
fast
fast.
and a very fast setting as well.
Very
So
slow.
come in here and find the setting that works for you if you are using Darius to read aloud. I will hit the back arrow in the upper left corner here.
Audio menu, 3 items.
Back out again.
Speech rate, slow, submenu.
I'm going to go into the top menu again, hitting my up arrow on my keyboard.
Speech on, submenu.
I'm going to hit enter.
Speech menu, 3 items. On,
And,
checked.
and now I'm going to arrow down 1 to documents only.
Documents only.
And I'm going to go ahead and hit enter on
Documents only, checked.
and it's now checked. So Darius will now no longer narrate as I'm moving throughout the screen. So let's hit the back arrow in the upper left corner. Recall that we had it set to off previously, so we weren't getting any speech feedback at all. Okay, so we're back to our main audio settings screen. I will show what documents only means in just a moment. Let's click on this last option, sounds on, down here. So there's 2 options, sound on and sound off. By default, they're on. And you just heard a sound that told me that something was selected there. But also as I'm navigating, you can hear a slight click as I am going through items. So sounds on basically gives me an audio indicator as I am navigating throughout the interface. So you can have that on or off, whatever appeals to you. So let's take a look at what documents only means when that is turned on in your audio settings. I'm going to back out of my settings to the user interface, Prodigi carousel, and I'm going to hit this back left arrow in the lower left corner, and I'm going to go into my files application. In my files application, I have a number of different files that I've captured over time, but for today, I'm just going to use one of my sample files, and those are available on all systems. So the first file that shows is a French version of Alice. You've heard Darius speaking, he is English speaking, so he's gonna have a little trouble reading French. So let's hit our right arrow and move over, and here is an English excerpt of Alice in Wonderland. Let's use that. I'll click on that to open the file. And here you can see the file is presented in our Diamond Edge font. And I'm going to click to have this read aloud right now using the arrow key in the center of the 5 icons to the lower right of my screen.
To her that she ought to have wondered at this, but at the time it all seemed quite natural. But when the rabbit actually took a watch out of its waistcoat pocket and looked at it, and then hurried on, Alice started to her feet, for it flashed across her mind that she had never before seen a rabbit with either a waistcoat pocket or a watch to
pause button here. So there you heard Darius reading this file. Of course, I also have the ability to zoom in and zoom out, so different font sizes that I can employ as I'm having things read, and then other settings that I could apply, but those will be covered in another video at a different time. Let's exit back to our main carousel here. And that is where I only have Darius reading documents only. So he was reading that sample, but you notice as I navigate here, I'll click my back arrow to come back to the to my files in my carousel. Notice that he's not narrating anything right now. So documents only means when I have files that have been OCR'd, I can have them read aloud, but that is the only thing that's going to be read back to me. I hope that you found this video useful to you in setting up the audio settings on your Prodigi for Windows software. Please take a look at the description of this video and find that feedback link to give us some indication of how we're doing and provide us some information on what you'd like to see in the future. Your feedback is the only way that we can continue to improve Prodigi as well as our other low vision product offerings. Thanks for watching.